Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a little bit of a series on my daily routine. So if you saw my last video, I shared everything I do from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. And today I'm gonna be sharing my workday routine. So it's now 9:57 a.m. and I'm about to start my workday. I work from home, so this will be like more information about working from home, kind of like a work with me, workday schedule, workday routine type of video. And yeah, let's go to work. I have the shortest commute ever. Very grateful for that. Here's my office. So this is what I see every morning when I come to work. I always make a point to clean my office at the end of the day so that when I come in the next morning, it'll feel like fresh and clean and ready for me. And I just don't want anything holding me back from a productive day. So let's start with a little bit of an office tour so you guys know where you're gonna be working with me all day. These trunks were a gift from my husband for Christmas. They're from Amazon. I can put a link. I think you guys ask about these the most. They are gorgeous. I absolutely love them. Just have some kind of inspirational books on top of them. It's sort of a cute corner. Okay, this is key. I have a whole scentscape in here. So when you walk in, you smell this wallflower from Bath & Body Works, and it is in the strawberry pound cake scent. So this whole room has a little bit of a strawberry smell. And I'm gonna touch on that more later. Here I've got some cute artwork from Etsy. I have this lamp from Target. My friend Jen got me this candle. It says milk and honey. I never burn it because I love it. Then I've got my pink couch from Walmart. Love this couch. Some white fur pillows. Have Courage and Be Kind pillow from Amazon. That's the comfiest pink throw blanket from IKEA. And this is just always the scene in here, isn't it? So cozy. I absolutely love that. And then above the couch, I have some art, but this is sort of an artistic representation of milk and honey. So that's what you guys always see in the background when I'm filming. I love my desk situation. It's also from IKEA. This chair is from Amazon. I will link it. It's very cool. I'll get more into these specific things in a minute. Over here is just like a printer. That's Lolita's other spot. I don't know why she goes under there. She's so weird. This printer is discontinued, but it is by Canon, and I honestly just got it because it's white, but it has some very good print quality. That little basket is actually some of Nate's stuff that he has in here. I have these two beautiful fake fig leaf plants from IKEA. This locker thing is from IKEA. It has like office supplies in it. And this is sort of my inspiration corner. So up here I have my framed vision board for the year. I have videos on that. And then this cute little letter marquee sign. I always put a different mantra every week or two to keep me motivated. That one is from the book I just reviewed, The Miracle Equation. And I'm a writer. I love typewriters so much. I collect them. I had to get rid of most of my collection when we moved across the country, sadly. These are the only two that made it. This one is just from a garage sale. I don't know much about it. It's not in great shape. It doesn't work, but I think it's really cute. And this one is actually from Michael's. So it's a modern typewriter, but it functions, which is a nice change of pace. And it's pink. I really one day want to have like a true retro 1950s pink typewriter, but for now, this is my little mini collection. Okay, so now let's officially start off the workday. I try to be in this chair ready for my workday by 10 a.m. It's really a struggle when you work from home and you don't have any external accountability. I know that people say like, you're so lucky, that's the dream. But it honestly is also, it's like a double-edged sword because it can be a curse. Like it can be so hard to motivate yourself when it's just you. So I try really hard to hold myself accountable, be here by 10 a.m. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of a desk tour now that we're here. I have this pink desk mat from Amazon. It kind of takes the place of like a mouse pad, but also a desk protector, also a surface to write on, and it's pink, so I just love it. Mac keyboard, Mac mouse, Mac AirBook laptop that is so busted. It's very frustrating. It keeps dying on me in the worst times. Underneath of it is this laptop stand, which I very much recommend. It makes a more ergonomical situation at your desk to get your laptop lifted up. If you're like me and you don't have a desktop, I like to be able to work on the go. Okay, then over here, I have, like I said, there's a scentscape in here. Basically what that means is I pick a different scent to be like the theme for my office. And I have a wallflower, like you saw, I have a candle, and I have a lotion in that scent. And I like to theme them, and I start to associate that smell with like working and being productive, and it just kind of helps set the mood for me. And so throughout the day, I'm always putting on lotion, and that way I'm putting on this is bourbon strawberry scent, and smells so good. And I also have the strawberry pound cake candle. So the first thing I do is like to light my candle. So I'll have that burning. It's not safe to leave candles burning for, you know, like 8 hours at a time. So I'll kind of just light it periodically throughout my workday, but it is always the first thing I do to start to get in the mindset and smell the scent that I'm associating with work. And I just love the calming presence of a candle. Like I said in my other video, candles are a big part of my daily routine. I think it's such a nice ritual. So soothing. And when I worked in an office, I used to really hate that I couldn't light candles for like safety reasons. So I do think that's like a big perk of working from home, that I get to have a candle on my desk actually burning. Then continuing my desk tour, I also have a cute little nameplate here. It says Milk and Honey Life, and it's all pink, very much my style, and it's just so sweet. It's a perfect thing to have on my desk because it's a really sweet reminder of a dear friend that I made through YouTube, Portia. Hey girl. She is the absolute best, and I love her comments on my videos. So I love that she gave me that, and I get to have that on my desk to kind of be a positive, happy reminder every time I look at it. And it's just so perfect because it's the perfect color and everything. And then in this corner, I feel like I have to explain some things over here. First of all, this is just, I love this corner, like I love the vibe. I don't like to have a lot of clutter on my desk. I hope you can tell that. I try to keep it pretty clear. I feel like I can't think if I have like papers and stuff all over my desk, but I do keep just these few little things of decor. So first of all, this is just a fake plant from Target, and I love flamingos and I love pink, so it's that. This is a giant tube of lotion that I'm so obsessed with that my sister-in-law got me. I thought that was so sweet of her. It had a bottle of champagne in it, and I really, really wanted it, but I didn't splurge on it for myself, and then she splurged on it for me. She was so sweet. Actually, it was like an anniversary gift for me and Nate, but I get to keep the big lotion tube on my desk. It's so perfect for me. This is just a little marble dish of thumbtacks, but aren't they the cutest thumbtacks? They're little crystals, like diamonds. So I love those. And then this probably needs a little explaining. Okay. So I've said in previous videos how I am like a people pleaser type of person. I do really well when someone else is counting on me. I usually don't let them down because I hate the feeling of letting other people down. So I'm actually a great employee. Like, I'm never late. I hate to be late. If I'm late, something really outside of my control happened. So one of the downsides of working from home is that I don't really get to take full advantage of the fact I am someone you can count on. So when you don't have a boss, you don't have that external accountability. And I was telling Nate, like, I actually miss clocking in for a job. Like my early jobs, my first job, I worked at Barnes & Noble, and they had like an old school time machine on the wall, and I had to actually punch in every day. And I miss that because like that really motivates you when you're an externally motivated person. So I got myself this pink bell. First of all, we can acknowledge that it is indeed adorable, a perfect shade of pink. And when I come to work every day, I do this. And that's how I clock in. And I know it's silly, and I know like half the time no one's even here to hear it, but I feel like, boom, I clocked in, I started my day, I try to ring the bell by 10 a.m. every day. It's like my own little challenge. And if you work from home, I personally recommend having like a way to clock in like that. So I know it's silly, but that's what I do. I ring my bell every single day, and that's how I know I started work on time. Don't know if I've even mentioned it yet in this video, but I am a full-time freelance writer and editor. I have my own company. I love words. I always have. It's always been my passion. I have a couple videos on that if you're more curious. But just so you know, the kind of work I'll be doing today is mostly dealing with clients for writing and editing some assignments. And then I also have my YouTube channel, which I try to give as much dedication as I can, even though it's more of a labor of love. So I'll be working on that today too, other than just obviously filming this video with you guys. So the first work thing I do before I even open my computer is I open this drawer, which has all my You can tell my favorite color, obviously. I have all my notepads and everything in here, and I keep my planner right on the top. I have a video about this. I've been using a spiral bound weekly planner. I just wanted something small and portable, and this has been working very well for me. So the first thing I do is check this. All right, I just took a moment using my favorite little to-do list notepad that I've shown you before. I can link it on Amazon. And I took a second to get organized for the week. So I have this longer to-do list for today of more specific things I really need to knock out today. And then I have this list that's just running for the week. So anytime I have free time this week, I'll be chipping away at this list and also just kind of transferring things on the day as I need to go. But here is what I'm going to be focusing on for today. And it kind of looks like a lot, but I think I can power through. And the very first thing here is doing my QTD tasks, which stands for quotidian, which means daily. And that's just the things I try to do every single day. So I'm going to knock those out first off. So I have this little spreadsheet tracker as a freebie for you guys. I will link it on my website of freebies. And it just has kind of the list of like all the professional stuff I try to get through every single day. And I can check it off every day of the week. Sorry, I don't want to show the specifics of some of these steps because they are about like personal clients. But ideally I would power through this in an hour, like the first hour of my workday. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes less time, but I do try to knock it out before 11 a.m. So let's get started. The first thing is going through my email. And I also want to be sharing a little bit of digital organization stuff with you guys today. So here's my computer. I just opened it up. One thing that's key for me is I always clear off my computer when I'm done using it. Like I close all my browser tabs. I don't have a ton of files saved. I think it's just as important to like declutter your digital space as your desk. So that's why I have this nice and clear. The only things on my desktop are the hard drive and then this folder, I call it current projects. That's like things I'm currently writing that I need to easily access. And then everything else is, you know, filed away. And I could do a whole video on my online desktop organization, but basically I just want to show you I keep this nice and clean. So every time I start up fresh, I start my day on a good foot. All right, so I am in my inbox and I have 96 unread messages. That's like especially bad for me, but it's a Monday and I try to stay out of my email on the weekend, so that would explain it. Some of it I can quickly power through. It's just gonna be junk mail. I try to stay unsubscribed from most junk mail, but of course it does slip in. And then some of it is stuff that I'm gonna need to respond to and deal with individually. So the first thing I do when I have such a huge amount of email to kind of batch through is weed through and get rid of all the junk. All right, I've sorted out all the stuff that's just like pure junk that I just got rid of. And so now I'm down to 61 emails. And now I'm going to start going through and filing things away. So the way that I handle email is if it's something I can write back to really quickly, I will immediately do that. If it's something that needs more attention from me, then I have some folders that I've created. This first one right here says action items, and that's something that I need to deal with and address like pretty much immediately or in very next few days type of like urgency. The next folder is called leisure items. I don't know why I call it that. I don't have like a better name for it, but that's things that I don't have to write back to urgently, but I do need to like address at some point, like kind of at my leisure when I have time. And those are the two main folders that I use because my email philosophy is to keep my inbox empty. I want to just see at a glance like things I really need to do and know like if there's something in my inbox I need to deal with it. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I also have folders as you go down for other things like my AAY meal plans, my writing clients, travel, memberships, coupons, things like that. Basically anything that you have something you get a lot of emails about, you can make a folder for it and file it away instead of having a cluttered inbox. Like I don't know how people live with like thousands of emails in their inbox. It stresses me out. So now I'm gonna go do my digital filing and work through the rest of these 60 emails. All right, this is the best feeling when you can see the bottom of your inbox. I'm down to no new mail. Everything has been filed away. And I can move on with working through this to-do list here. So, it's hard to check things off when you're not really looking at it. I have a few different email accounts. So that one was what I call like my personal. It's for my writing clients, my writing business, people who know me in real life, things like that. So that one's done. That's the biggest beast. And I like to do it first because they say like eat the frog, do the hard thing first so you don't procrastinate. So next I'm going to check the email for my YouTube specifically. All right, so this one's a little better. I have 45 emails that are unread that I need to get to in here. It's hard, obviously, because I only have so many hours in the day, but I try to at least read everything and get back if I can. And then same sort of method in this one. I always try to keep my inbox clear. I will put things in that action folder if there is stuff I need to get back to in the future. And I'm just gonna power through all these messages. All right, best feeling ever. I've got this inbox down to no new mail as well. You know, they call it like inbox 0. So this is all done. There are a few things in my action folder that I'm hoping to get back to when I have time, and I can move on to the next thing on my list. All right, I finished powering through all of the email related tasks on this daily list for clients, for YouTube, for my writing business, for my personal life, everything. So that feels really good, but I still have like all of this to get through. And it is already 11:30, so I'm pretty far behind where I normally like to be, but honestly Mondays are just kind of like that because you got to get back to everything from the weekend, etc. So I'm going to take a quick pause right now and make a snack and then power through the rest of this so I can then move on to my actual work. So I'm making a chocolate almond shake. Sounds really good and refreshing right now. You know, I get all of my recipes from AAY Nutrition, and all the credit goes to them for this. Just like to make sure I share that. And the recipe includes spinach, which I promise you cannot taste, cacao powder, so it's chocolatey, with some almond butter here. I have the unsweetened vanilla almond milk from Trader Joe's, a banana, and some dates to add a little bit of sweetness. So I'm gonna blend that all up with some ice and then take it back to my desk to continue working. So I've got my delicious smoothie. Cheers. It's so good. It's a really chocolatey treat. But it's nutritious and it's gonna help me power through until lunch. All right, still working on my second water bottle. Got my smoothie going, and next thing on my to-do list is to send out any sticker orders that I have. So you guys know I have this little shop where you can get my beauty ebook or the Milk and Honey Life stickers. So I'm going to see how many I need to mail out today. And I have 3 orders that are unfulfilled right now. So I'm going to package those up to go out. So this is my drawer with supplies for mailing out the sticker orders. I've got freshly restocked stickers here to go out, and I always include a little business card and a protective sleeve. I have my return address, stickers, and the cards that I mail them out in. All right, I'm now going to power through my writing client related daily tasks, people who need something from me every single day. And I have 4 of those things to do. So I'm going to try and hammer those out. Like, my new revised goal is just to finish this list by lunchtime. I try to do it in the first hour usually, but for whatever reason, today is a very slow day. I chose to document. So I'm gonna power through and be done hopefully very soon. Okay, the next thing on my daily to-do list is to sort through my physical inbox. So in this top drawer, I have this really pretty inbox. It's from Kate Spade. It's like a reflective gold and acrylic. I love clear acrylic things. I actually have the whole desk set. I love it. And so this inbox lives here because I can't stand having it like out on my desk, but every single day I go through it because I throw like bills or mail or like coupons, things I need to get back to in here. And I try to always sort through it because otherwise these are things you would forget about. So I'm gonna quickly get this to inbox 0, literally, and then I'll be that much closer. Ta-da! Love that clean inbox feeling, and I'll just be throwing things in here all throughout the week and then handling them each day at the right time. But I just paid all the bills and everything, so this is all cleared out. So all my daily things are checked off except for the last one is my YouTube comments. And so I try ideally to address my YouTube comments every single day. It doesn't always happen when work gets extra crazy. Like right now it's already 12:45 p.m. but I do want to dedicate a little time for it, and I usually try to stop for lunch around 1. So I'm gonna go through as many comments as I can right now. I always read them all. I try to respond to them all. I know it's so frustrating when you like need an answer on something and then people like don't even ever reply to their YouTube comments, so there's no hope. Well, my battery died in the middle of that last conversation, but in the 20 minutes since then, I've been working on getting back to all my YouTube comments that I can. reading them all, loving them all. You guys are so sweet. I love reading your comments. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world that I have such amazing friends with you guys. And I love sharing things with you and reading your comments. And I try so hard to get back to the questions because, like, I think I was trying to say before my battery died, I know like sometimes you just like need to know something, and it's so frustrating when people don't get back to you. So I try, and if I don't, make sure you always check like the description box below the video, or maybe skim the other comments, because I try to make sure the answer is like out there somewhere, because I just know when you need something, you need it. So anyway, it is now 1:05 p.m. I usually try to stop for lunch around 1 o'clock, and anybody else who works from home probably knows the struggle is real to not just sit at your desk and work through lunch. I think it's so much better if you do take a break, like just from staring at the computer and stuff. So I'm going to step away, go make lunch in the kitchen. I also usually take this time to take the doggies for a nice long walk. All of us can get some sunshine and fresh air. For lunch, I have this banh mi noodle bowl, and I love recipes that take advantage of like pre-prepared foods. So easy for me to whip this up for lunch. So this is in the prepared section of Trader Joe's, and really yummy. It has tofu, veggies, and there's some like noodles in there. So I'm just going to kind of beef it up. Oh, I don't need to. I'm just gonna beef it up by adding avocado, some extra cabbage, and a hard-boiled egg. All right, so here is lunch. It looks so good. I actually didn't add the baked or the hard-boiled egg because I figured the tofu had already had protein in it. And it's just so colorful and fresh, and required like zero work. And then I'm also gonna have a LaCroix. Isn't this the cutest, pinkest LaCroix? And it's berry flavored. So this will be my lunch break here. That lunch was so good. I couldn't quite finish it though. Like the meals I get on my meal plan are so filling, and as you see, I eat like every 2 to 3 hours pretty much during the day, so I'm quite satisfied. And now I'm gonna take the doggies out. Whether you've ever worked from home or not, you might be able to guess that it can get a little bit lonely when you don't have actual coworkers or people around. I mean, my dogs are excellent company, but usually while I'm walking them, I will call my bestie on my AirPods. I love these things. They're just so amazing. My best friend lives in Chicago. We usually try and keep in touch, like talk on the phone every day if we can. We'll like kind of play phone tag sometimes, but gonna give him a call. Usually this is like a good time to catch up with him while he's at work, while I'm on my break, etc. Walking the dogs, getting some fresh air. So that way I have like a little bit of social interaction. Or sometimes I will walk with a friend for my break for the dogs, or sometimes I will meet up with another friend who works from home and we will like co-work together at a coffee shop. And of course I call Nate and talk to Nate all day, like interacting with you guys. But I'm just pointing out ways that you can be more social if you do work from home, or if you're in school or something and you're just studying and like you need more social interaction. Sometimes even for an introvert like myself, we don't realize how important it is just to like talk to other humans, you know? So I'm gonna go call him, get a little dose of BFF love, and take out the doggies. It's about 2 o'clock. I just got back situated at my desk in my little office, and I'm going to power through the rest of my to-do list now. So here's the current status of today's to-do list. I've crossed a bit off as I was going with everything else I've been doing today. Then I also just took a couple highlighters and sort of organized the items that are left. So things in pink are like relatively small things that I think I can do pretty fast. And then things in blue are like bigger writing assignments for today that I need to put some significant time into, like probably like a half an hour to an hour each item, honestly. So I think just for like the self-esteem boost of checking more off, because this list is starting to kind of daunt me, I'm gonna set a timer. This is my time cube that I like to use. It's like a timer, and whichever side is up is how long it counts down for. So I'm just gonna set a timer for 20 minutes, and yeah, there it goes. And try and power through like the pink items that are smaller to-do list things, and that way I'll feel a lot better. All right, I got the quick tasks checked off. It took a couple minutes longer than 20 minutes, but it still motivates me to have this timer going. So I'm like kind of racing the clock all the time. And now I'm going to start working on these bigger blue projects. And I think I will try to give myself, I'll start by giving myself 20 minutes each on the clock. And I might need more than that for some of them, but I'm just gonna try and power through all these writing assignments.
I don't want your persona. I just wanna be real with you tonight. Can I have you alone now? I just wanna reveal what's on my mind. You tell me that you're used to no feelings, but I'm gonna change it. Yeah, you'll be awakened. 'Cause when my love starts working on you, it'll take your breath away like never before. And as soon as I go na 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 na, it'll make you feel that good love working on you.
Look at my sweet coworkers. Have you ever seen anybody cuter than my coworkers? It's now almost 4 p.m. Powered through all the blue tasks on my to-do list, except for one. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And I usually try to take a break around 3:30 or 4 and just like make a snack, get up and stretch and play with the dogs for a minute, or just, you know, like run down to the mailbox or just do something to get a little bit out of my desk and like clear my head. I have a timer that goes off on my phone at 3:30. Sometimes I snooze it till 4. And that just reminds me to take a little break, because like when you're in an office environment, there are those cues to like get up and go talk to somebody or do something. When you work from home, you kind of have to be your own like keeper and remind yourself that once in a while you have to move your body, because you can't just sit all day every day. So I'm gonna go make a snack. I'm a little bit peckish from lunch, and I'll show you what I'm gonna make. So for my snack, I'm making kind of like a little bit of a caprese cracker situation. I love these crackers. They are gluten-free and they taste really, really quite delicious. You can get them at most grocery stores. And I will be putting on these little wedges of creamy light cheese from the Laughing Cow, and some cherry tomatoes and some fresh basil. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. And a drizzle of this glaze. It's from Trader Joe's. It's a balsamic glaze, and I feel like it kind of brings together a bit of a caprese flavor for this snack. All right, I have my snack all prepared. I just spread that cheese on the crackers. I sliced up the cherry tomatoes because I don't like eating them whole. They like explode in your mouth that way. So I sliced them, plus it's just like cute little tiny slices, and I put them on top of the basil leaves, and I just sort of sprinkled that balsamic glaze around. So this is gonna be a tasty treat. Ideally, I would like eat this on the balcony or something like that, but honestly, I just need to power through the rest of my workday, so I'm gonna eat these at my desk while I keep working. But I also put some extra tomatoes sprinkled through, so I'm just mostly getting some veggies in. And I feel better about this because it's just more fresh and it's not like out of a package, and it'll be a good treat to power me through until dinner once I get off work today. Cheers. I kind of have to eat this all in one bite, but it's so yummy. So good. Also, I just finished this water bottle. There's like a tiny sip left in the bottom, but that means I've had my first 80 ounces of water today. But I like to really go big and aim for essentially a gallon of water, 120 ounces. I just really think hydration is so key. And having these giant water bottles with the straw lid really helps kind of encourage you to drink if you keep it on your desk all day. And I always have these filled up and ready to go. So, and the other nice thing about it is it really stays cold. So it's nice, cold, refreshing water on my desk all day. And I'm on to my last bottle. Oh my gosh, you guys have seen my hair devolve from like cute ponytail to down and messy to whatever this top knot is. But you know what, that's workday realness. I'm sure you feel me, we all get there, and whatever our different jobs may be. So I'm not setting a good example for you. Now it is already 7:21. I try ideally to work from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. So didn't set a good example. I also haven't checked in with you in a while, but I powered through like a little workhorse and did everything on my to-do list, so it feels really good that my Monday to-do list is done. I also took another mini break to walk the dogs. I just like to give them as much exercise as I can during the day, and it's good because it helps me stretch my legs more. So I worked much later than I intended, but to be honest, I shoot for 6 p.m. I often go till 7. Sometimes I go till 10 or 11. I'm working on it. Like, that's a real goal of mine. When you are working from home and your own boss, it's hard to clock out at the right time. People used to tell me that before I started working from home, and I was like, that doesn't sound like a real problem. But it is weirdly a real problem. You'd be surprised how much of a slave driver you can be as your own boss. So anyway, I do feel really good that I got all of that done, and at least you guys got to see my workday routine. I don't know if it was helpful or not. I don't know if I'm just telling you too much, revealing my craziness, like the fact I'm about to clock out. But I'm clocked out. Okay, so the last thing that I do in my workday, I think of it as like closing up shop. I will clean off my desk. I'll show you right now. It has gotten a bit messy while I was working. And I'll clear off my computer and just tidy everything up, turn off the lights, and close the door so that I don't sneak back in here and try and do more work at like 10 p.m. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I'll just check my email. Next thing you know, you're working again. So I am going to show you how I close up shop, and then that'll be it. All right, so remember how my desk was all nice and tidy this morning? Well, here is the after, where everything is chaotic. And here's the after, my desk all cleaned up, my office all tidy and ready for tomorrow. Go turn off my lamp. Come on, DC, we're done with work. Didn't have to ask him twice. So good night, office. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. And then you close the door. I used to not have this option because my home office didn't have a door, but now it does. And I am clocked out. So that was kind of an idea of a typical workday, I hope, for you. I mean, there's no such thing as a typical workday when you have your own company and you freelance and everything. But today was kind of a chill day with no meetings or appointments or calls, and I could just kind of focus on like powering through my to-do list. And now I'm gonna go do my evening routine, and if you are interested to know what that entails, stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.